There's something special about a city's first plant fest. The energy, the people, the plants, you can feel it. But my day didn't exactly go as planned. Let's start from the top. I had every intention of getting to the show on time, but Atlanta had other plans. 22 miles of bumper to bumper traffic, and then boom, car accident. Someone rear ended me. With a language barrier slowing everything down, it took forever to get sorted. By the time I rolled into Atlanta Plant Fest, I was 2 hours late and already running on fumes. The first booth I stopped at, someone you've probably seen before. Jacob with Green Room Exotics. This man always has the hottest, rarest plants before anyone else. He was one of the first people I saw with the Begonia Jenny Galaxy, which, yes, I had to grab from him, and the variegated silver sword. He always comes through with those hard-to-find gems. 3 of my 4 biggest plant purchases have actually come from Jacob, and now he's opening a shop. I can't wait to check it out. Next, we wandered over to Bedhead Plants, a booth full of veggie starts, natives, and outdoor plants. I meant to grab some variegated nasturtium and other edibles. I've been sneaking them into my flower beds to see how much I can get away with before my HOA notices. Last year, it was kale and herbs. This year, we're adding micro blueberry bushes and full-on rosemary shrubs on top of last year's crop. We're going big. There were a lot of new faces for me, like Creative Plant Mama. She's a local who's teaching people about soil. Soil health doesn't get the love it deserves, and I'm so here for this. We talked for a while about her soil blends and how she wants to help our community thrive through soil and plant health education. I spotted a familiar face, Curvy Plant Lady. Her booth was practically empty by the time I got there. Amazing for her, tragic for me. I was hoping to finally grab something from her, but we had a great chat. And get this, I learned we're almost neighbors now. She recently moved and is insanely close to me now. This next booth, I never actually made it in. While waiting for the crowd to clear so I could film, I got pulled into a convo about my content, then fashion, and totally forgot to circle back. Pretty sure this was Ezra's booth, and I was hoping to finally meet her. Maybe next time. You see how windy it was? Insane. While chatting with Justin from Fussy Petioles, his tent literally took flight like it was auditioning for the Wizard of Oz. Camera in one hand, drink in the other, I somehow managed to ninja juggle them and grab the tent out of the air. Zero clue how I pulled that off without spilling my drink. Anyways, Justin's plants were stunning, and get this, he's now on the board of IAS. Before I left, he agreed to a future collection tour. Let me know if you'd watch that and drop your questions below. Next up, Grain Design Concepts, who makes these beautiful handcrafted wooden propagation stations. The maker was deep in convo, so I just filmed and floated out. Also, he made the pink Pothos sign I'm obsessed with. Then I met Paige. New to me, but her plants were looking fantastic. No Monstera at her booth, but she had already sold out of most things. And her Instagram, chef's kiss. Look how cute these charms are. You get to build your own custom air plant hanger. Such a fun idea. I didn't catch their socials because they were both busy, but the booth name was Roaming Roots. hope to see them again. I don't even own an air plant, but I would get one just to have one of these. And of course, no Atlanta plant show is complete without Sean. My teen once spent an entire show at his booth, deciding on how to spend his allowance. When he couldn't narrow it down, he talked me into funding the rest. Sean didn't seem to mind a bit that my kids stayed there all day and had about 1,000,000 questions about everything. Next up, Itty Bits. These hand-painted terracotta pots, perfect. If you've ever tried painting repeated patterns on terracotta, you know it's a nightmare. I just know the lady that did these has the patience of a saint and the artistic skills of Da Vinci. Right next door, Purdy's houseplants. I've been gagging over his photos on IG. I found his Jose Buenos interesting and thought they may be part of the philodendron Jerry Garcia debacle. They weren't, but I think he said it was a Texas Jose that holds its cream color longer. Honestly, I was kind of fading by this point. No lunch plus the wreck, but his booth was totally worth it. Next, we have Brandy's booth. Brandy's booth was a mix of earrings, of little plants, and some adorable crochet made by her mom. Side note, what's the difference between crochet and knitting? It drives me nuts that I still don't know. Look how beautiful those roses are. Oh my god, next up is Marcus. I can't lie, I fucking love Marcus. Y'all have no idea. We met at the Southeast Plant Show, bonded over isopods and tanks, and turns out he shares the same first and middle name as my kid's dad. How bizarre. Go follow him and his wife, sweetest people ever. If you're interested in terrariums or hydro, he's your guy. Another amazing person, Lakeisha. Lakeisha and Tyler put this whole event together and they crushed it. I believe Lakeisha's shop is open 7 days a week. It's full of plants from common to rare, plus a soil bar for cheap repots. She really has everything you might need to grow your houseplants. And if you've never heard the story of how she started Pink Pothos, you need to go listen to the story. It is so impressive. I'm just so inspired by her. She's all about community and education. Go show love, y'all. And while I was there, I ran into another local friend and YouTuber, Shelly, aka Made with Soul.
All right, what's up, guys? This is Made with Soul, but Seoul like South Korea because I am half Korean, and we are here at the Atlanta Plant Festival, and we are doing amazing things today. We've got my lovely friend behind the camera doing a little POV on all of her socials, so make sure you go and check that out. But we are just going to go continue to buy more plants because that's what we do here. So anyways, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!
After Shelly and I got done catching up, I stopped over at V's. Now, I tried so hard not to buy anything until I finished filming, and I was doing an amazing job. But then V offered me one of his Anthurium crosses, and I folded immediately. And after leaving his booth, I bought something at 3 of the next 7 booths. Thanks, V. So names, not my strength. It doesn't matter if it's a plant, person, or place. I thought this was Maya's booth, but I only saw a guy I kinda recognized and I didn't want to embarrass myself by asking and being wrong. Turns out I was right all along. It was her booth, and the guy was her husband. I recognized him from the background of a few of her videos. I literally convinced myself I was tripping. Next time, I'll say something. Let me not lie on Beyonce's internet. I probably won't because I still won't want to embarrass myself. After Maya, we have Solo, who absolutely blew my mind by casually pulling out a variegated Burle Marx flame. I was shocked. I started stumbling over my words. His collection is unreal and I'm in awe. Another local I need to tour with. Across from Solo was Woodlanders, based out of Aiken, South Carolina. If you want rare or native outdoor plants you won't find at big box stores, this is your spot. And if you're looking for something big and beautiful, they come to Atlanta often, so you don't have to ship it. Forget big box stores, check out woodlanders.net. Beside them, Atlantis Hydro. I couldn't really tell how bright their small grow lights were with the sun beating down, but I decided to grab one anyway, and I wish I had bought 2 more. Since setting it up, my Hoya has taken off. Now I need one for my terrarium and philo. They also had these square pots that are perfect for anthurium. I usually use clear pots, but they don't come in large sizes. But the square ones, they go into the gallons. So when my plants outgrow the clear ones, I move them into these. I didn't pick any of these up this time since I wasn't sure what sizes I needed. But now I know I can get them locally and I don't have the headache of driving all the way to Florida to pick some up. Over at Trap Nursery, I immediately fell for this gorgeous begonia. And of course, I had to take it home with me. I also ended up chatting with these girls buying pings, and they totally convinced me to get one. Once they picked out theirs, I made the impossible decision of selecting mine. Then I noticed the pitcher plants. Check out all the colors and the flowers. I was so close to getting one, but I think I'll wait until I have a setup to really give it the conditions it deserves. Next we have the Plant Patio, a pet plant parent that sells her plants to fundraise for animal rescues. Boy, that was a tongue twister. 50% of all her sales go to a local rescue each month. According to Plant Math, everything is 50% off because the other half is going to an animal in need. If you want to support a good cause and get a new plant baby, check out her shop on Palm Street. I'll link it below. Now this next booth, I think it belonged to Sarah. I wasn't 100% sure. No one was there when I walked up and it felt weird hovering around an unattended booth. So I just did a quick pan across the table and moved on. Hopefully I'll catch them another time. Our last stop of the day, Tyler from Rousseau Plant Care, the co-host of this event. Not only did I snag some amazing anthurium, I got my first Rousseau pole. I've avoided getting one for the longest because they cost way more than the dozen other moss pole brands I've used. But now that I've had it for a month, I wish I never bought the dang thing. This thing is far superior than any moss pole I've used. It's like going from a 30-year-old Honda to a brand new Rolls Royce. I've already seen a noticeable change in my plants. I mean, just look at that giant monstera of his. Since then, I've broken down and bought 6 more. No affiliate link, no sponsorship. I just genuinely love them. I'm planning on doing a video soon to show why this pole is worth the hype, so stay tuned for that. Leaving the plant show wasn't as crazy as getting there. I had such a great time spending it with our community. What was your favorite part? Let me know in the comments. YouTube thinks you'll like this video next.